Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Huddle with Hud Jackson and Ryan Tow. My name is Ryan Tow. I'm the Assistant Athletic Director for Athletic Communications here at UAM, and I'm once again joined by my co-host, Hud Jackson. Coach, how are we this afternoon?
Doing good, man. Doing good. We got some nice weather here in the last couple of days, so it's pretty exciting to start feeling a little bit of the fall coming in and get rid of some of that summer heat we've been experiencing. So it's all good.
Absolutely. Well, we got a whole lot going on this week. We have had a whole lot going on over the past week, and let's jump right into this here with football, because I know we just came out of a massive game against Oklahoma Baptist.
Yep.
How can you kind of, as a coach, go over that? How do you come away from that game?
Well, obviously we're excited, to be able to get a win, because we don't take those for granted. I can assure you. And none of our sports do, because it's really, really hard to win games and try to be consistent in what you're doing in your program. So we're very, very excited. Our last two games have been both rain games, or at Southern Naz we were on turf, but here we have natural grass, so that was a whole different experience. But again, players played really well. Obviously we were fortunate to have 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗢𝗓 Allen win Player of the Week, and on the defensive side of the ball for us, having a big night, 2 big interceptions, 1 for a touchdown, and so we had a lot of positive things happening in that game, and a lot of things that we could continue to build on in our preparation for our game against Henderson State this week. So it's been good. 1 good day of practice on Monday, and we hope to have a couple more this week to get ourselves ready. But exciting and looking forward to the next challenge.
It's very exciting. We've had a Player of the Week first 2 weeks of conference, which I think is pretty good, all things considered. Now, I did have a question about this, because when I asked you for the quote for the recap after this past weekend's game, you told me we are 0-0. Now, I know you kind of explained that to me a little bit, but how does that, when you explain that to, your team, how does that come from you?
Well, we just, in the preparation aspect of it, we don't want to, sit too and get too comfortable with the fact that you're sitting at 2-0. You don't want to have that type of mindset to try to get our players understanding that each week is a new challenge. Each week is a start over, and that's how we try to view it. That it's a brand new beginning. How we attack the week is going to have a direct impact on what we do in that game coming up. So we just try to create a clean slate type mentality, and I think that type of deal works for us. We don't take any victory for granted. And especially when you're lucky to get one on the road. But we just want to have a clean slate mentality each week, so that our guys compete hard in practice, and their focus is where it needs to be to make sure that we're getting prepared.
Absolutely. Speaking of a clean slate, we're coming into this weekend against Henderson State University, which is, it's ordinarily a bigger rival in the conference for us in all sports. How do you guys look to prepare for that? I know there's no difference in practice or anything like that, but is there a mentality difference at all?
I think when you play Arkansas schools, there may be a little bit of a mentality difference. Look, Henderson State is traditionally a great football program, great coaches. They're going to play hard. They're going to be, really, really smart. They're going to be where they need to be. They're going to be prepared. And so, for us, it's not different than any other opponent that we get ready for each week. But like I said, maybe because it's Arkansas school, there's a little bit more to it, and we're excited about having the opportunity to go into Arkadelphia and play a great football team and see where we're at, see how we stand against a program that has established itself as one of the best in our conference.
Absolutely. Speaking of our conference coming up, we actually have the GAC Preview going on right now for men's golf.
Yeah.
They are playing in that tournament. This is day 2 as of recording, coming out of the first day, and I'm excited because we had the NCAA Central Region Tournament this past weekend, where we had a female golfer win the tournament or tie for first, which is incredible to say the least.
Yep.
But now it's cool because we have both of these teams finally back in season, finally competing again, and we have 8 guys competing in this tournament, 5 on the team, of course, and then 3 individually competing. And it's cool to see every sport, or every fall sport really, finally starting to come back into play.
Yep, and Coach Hamilton does a great job. He came into the program and last year just to getting to know the players as quick as he could. And I think he did a tremendous job, because this is the thing about our golf team. We do have a place where our golfers get to go and somewhat of a driving range. I think we didn't talk about. I mean, we built a tee box that's going to take some time to grow and be ready to go, but we have a place out there for them, and we want to keep expanding for our golf team and try to make it better for them. And it's amazing. It is really, truly amazing how well they adapt to have to get in a car and drive to the golf course to practice, or, there's a couple of different golf courses that Coach Hamilton takes them to practice where they have driving ranges that they are allowed to use. We're so grateful for Monticello Country Club for allowing our team to go out and play. Having that's a big deal. But I'll tell you, it really is amazing. They work extremely hard. Our men's team right now is competing. They're sitting right about in the middle right now in the tournament. Our women's team last week, did a tremendous job. And I spoke to them on their way back. I called Coach Hamilton and said, hey, can you put them on the speakerphone? I want to talk to them. And I want to do the same thing with our men. I am truly amazed of how hard they work and how they overcome to get the best out of each other. And we look, with all our sports, we're trying to get them all better. We're trying to get better facilities. Dr. Doss, she's on board. She understands that importance. So I'm very, very proud of our golf team, both our men's and women's, and look for great things happening this fall and in springtime.
UAM Volleyball. This is a big day. This is a big week for them. They're coming off a 3-1 winning, or 3-1 week this past week, coming out of the Harding Invitational Tournament. They went 2-1 in that tournament after a win over Ouachita Baptist. Mm-hmm. This week, as of tonight, they are heading over to Magnolia to take on SAU, which is the biggest rival, I would say, to UAM in the conference.
I'll tell you this. If you were able to be at the game last Thursday against OBU, against Ouachita Baptist, it was outstanding. Had a good crowd. We got down early and fought back, and it was amazing. They just had the mentality that we're going to win this thing, and they did that. And so it was really, really exciting to see them come together, play so well. And I know that they're fixing to get heavy into their conference schedule now. We do have another match here, a try match here, here I guess the next couple weeks. But most of their matches now are going to be for conference stuff, and try to get themselves in position to make it to the conference tournament. So very, very proud of our volleyball team, how well they're playing. Heck, they've been on the road, it seems like, a ton with all these different tournaments that they're playing in. But they've done a great job of getting prepared and traveling. Coach English has done a tremendous job of setting that culture where she wants it, and she continues to build on that. And really, really exciting. But if you get a chance to come out and watch volleyball match here on our campus, please do. We would love to have you, and you can be part of that experience and just how intense those matches get.
Absolutely. And like I said, I know it sucks that they're not playing here because SAU is traditionally a big rival for UAM. They're taking on Henderson State as well later this week. So it feels like the two biggest schools that we like to play in all sports, they're getting to take on after, 3 or 4 tournaments that they've been playing. Yeah. So, they're going to continue with conference play, and I wish they were here this weekend. I do believe they play them again here later in the year, so we'll get to see that action as well. But I'm just looking forward to another great week of UAM volleyball, UAM golf, and UAM football, of course.
Yep, we are too, and it won't be long before our cross-country team will be participating in a couple of meets themselves toward the middle of September, in part of September actually. But so we'll have a lot going on here in the next couple of weeks, and with football game-wise, we have parent and family weekend coming up on the 24th, and then a couple of weeks after that we'll have homecoming, and we're hoping that we get a lot of folks here at those 2 games for the next couple of weeks, and so that we can sort of show them what's going on, in particular with our Performance Center campaign. And
I see they're putting windows in now.
Yeah, windows are going in, and and the bay doors are going in, and what we're hoping to do. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗍𝗗 is one of our fundraisers here on campus. Garrett did have a role here in compliance, and then took the new role that he's in right now. And Garrett and I had been talking about what we're going to do for homecoming, and we have a presentation that we're going to do for all of our former student athletes, anybody else that wants to be part of it, and we'll be getting that information out to you so that you can put it out on social media and on our website, because we'd love to be able to have as many people at that presentation, because we still need help. We still need people to jump on board and give, and we're grateful for what we got, but we're going to need a little bit more to get this project finished. And we can take all the help that we can get, and Garrett is, like I said, he's done a great job of putting something together that I think is going to be very, very productive for us.
Absolutely. Say that the train is in motion.
Yep.
Things are moving quickly.
Yep.
Help is always appreciated, as Coach said. We do want to see things happening. We do want to see things continue to move forward here.
Yep.
So we always do appreciate that.
Yep. And I'll say this too, to talk just a little bit more, that as an athletic director, I've learned a whole bunch about, and I'm not very good at it, but I'm learning, because I have people like you and 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗧𝗏 and Candace and Katie and Patrick, and a few of our student workers that do a tremendous job on game day. Game day here is a whole nother animal, and having people to help us is huge, and we would love for our community to get involved in that, and anybody that would be interested in maybe working volleyball game days or basketball game days or football game days, we'd love to have you. We would love to be able to give you a job and get you involved and being part of it, because it's really fun to be part of that deal. And honestly, I get to share this for the first time, that we're really looking forward. Football is your bigger venue, and a lot more to do on game day for football. You've got a great group of people that help you. Scott 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗧𝗏 has done a tremendous job for us announcing, and we love that with Scott helping us there. But our baseball team is going to be involved from now on for our next 5 home games. They're going to be really, really involved. Coach Harvey came to me with the idea, and I was like, man, that is a great idea. But they're going to be our employees during those games, and they're going to benefit. Their program's going to benefit from it. But it's going to be a huge help for us. And I think by doing that, it's going to create even a better experience for our fans, because we want them to be comfortable. We want them to enjoy the game. We want them to be able to go to people if they got questions. We don't want them worried about things that would just take away from their experience. We've got several people that have reserved seats, and being able to get them to their seats and making sure that they're comfortable, and the people in our box seats, and you guys in the press box, and on the field when Patrick's doing some of his promo stuff and 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗧𝗏's doing some of her game day sponsor stuff. We want all those people to be comfortable, and by having our baseball team involved, I think that's going to be a huge plus for us, and I think it'll take a little bit of weight off of our staff, because now we know that people are going to be there, and they're going to be working hard to make our fans happy and comfortable.
Absolutely. And I think it's always nice to have other student athletes from every other sport kind of show their face and interact with people, community members, sponsors, any of those types of people that do help us a lot. It's very cool to see.
It is. And I'm going to tell you this too, and Ryan, you're right. We have some of the greatest young people in our sports. Great personalities. They love UAM. They chose UAM, and they love UAM. And we've got some of the great personalities, men's and women's basketball teams. I mean, everybody, baseball, softball, football, cross country, our cheer squad. We just got a bunch of great people. And I think, when people come out to games, we're going to have our student athletes going and visit. A lot of our coaches already do that. They want their players to be involved. Look, our coaches have done a tremendous job with that as well. And that's awesome for us, because we want our coaches, really, really, part of our community, and they've got friendships in our community with people that are involved with our great programs here at UAM. So I'm just excited about that, and just would love the opportunity for more people to get to know not only our student athletes, but our coaches as well.
Absolutely, Coach. And I know, especially these student athletes, to see the community members that do rally behind them, it's always appreciated.
Yep, no doubt. No doubt.
Well, that should be all that we have for you guys this week. We are looking forward to some more athletics coming up. I know cross country isn't starting just yet, but they are slowly making their way to the beginning of their season. So we appreciate you all listening. We do enjoy doing these. It gets a lot of information out really, really quickly to you, and all in one place. So thank you all for listening. We do appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.